These two guys have Minnesota sports flowing in their veins. Mackey and Judd on Score North and ScoreNorth.com.
Write it down. You like writing things down. Write this down.
Write that down. Write them down. It's like a personal contract with ourselves.
Yep, here we go. It's Wednesday, which means we all have to face a reckoning of our bad predictions here. It's Write That Down. This is the OG version here on Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd. We've got the purple and football version over on Purple Daily. And gentlemen, today's prediction festivities are presented by our new friends at Zero Res. I predict that many of you will have dirty homes and carpets that embarrass you from having people over and family over during the holidays. You don't have to live with that shame, okay? You don't have to live with paw prints and food stains and smelly carpets and all the other stuff. You got family coming over, dinners with friends this time of year. I personally love a clean house, and there's no better way to deep clean your house than with Zero Res. Don't DIY it. Get a hold of Zero Res. They'll get the job done in a safe and effective way. And you can ask for the Score North or Phil Mackey special, which means 3 rooms, zero resified, starting at just $129. And this month, you can also get $75 off when you get your air ducts cleaned. That's 952-0-RES or ZeroResMinnesota.com. Spell it forward or backwards. It spells the same, Zero Res. Hello, gentlemen. Are you ready to be held accountable?
No, but you know what? It happens every single Wednesday.
No.
And I can't avoid it. But no, I'm not prepared for this today.
Well, here's how it works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. Those are the rules here. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. We have stats going back to like 2015 in the archives. We have official career stats going back to like 2018 on this game. And listeners, if you want to be like Michael, who just jumped into our virtual green room, we'll get to him shortly. He'll be the guest listener participant on the show today. And we're told he also has a random athlete of the week for us. So we'll make room for that as well. At the end, you can send us a message. Send it to Declan through the Score North app. There's a feedback tab, and that's the best way to get in touch with us on a regular basis. Okay.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Here's the accountability session, starting with Judd.
Ooh. Okay.
You said the Gophers were going to sling the ball around the lot this year. None of this 3 yards in a cloud of dust running crap. They're going to run less, pass more. And they're going to rank top 100 in average pass attempts in the country. And they did not. They were 119th in average pass attempts per game.
Thanks to the birthday boy, PJ Fleck. Really appreciate that. Happy 43rd, buddy.
Is today his birthday?
Yeah.
Rule about Skyma. Go Gophers. Go transfer portal. Let's go.
Yeah, my God, did you see that thing yesterday? Ooh, we had more kids leaving. The classes must not be good there. Like the classes at school must not be great, because we have a lot of kids who are going in the portal. Can't be the football. It's got to be the classes, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, like the word leaks out that the New Hampshire quarterback is the Gophers are interested in him. Nothing's been agreed to. And Calais Madness is like, all right, cool, I'm out. Peace out. Yep. I don't know where that dude's necessarily going to land, a top end starting job, but like in Power 5. You did get some Dean Evison predictions right. You did say that this will be Dean's last season as Wild head coach. And you said Dean will not be the Wild's coach the next time they appear in the playoffs. So, congratulations, Judd.
Thank you.
All over the Dean Evison.
I feel terrible about this. I feel really bad.
I don't think you do. Something tells me you're not telling the truth.
I don't know why you'd say that.
Okay. My predictions did not go well, mostly. We'll start with the bad here. I said these 3 quarterbacks will all have QBRs of 38 or worse on a 0 to 100 scale. Tim Boyle, yes. Jake Browning, I don't even know, actually. And Aiden O'Connell, who had the second best QBR of 90.5. So this prediction was incorrect. Thanks to Aiden O'Connell, just carving people up. I said the Wild would win 5 consecutive games at some point before they get rid of Dean Evison. I meant to say lose 7 consecutive. Must have been a typo.
Hines to yo.
I said the Wolves would make it to the semifinals of the tournament. CM Punk would make his return at the Rumble.
And it was the thing before Rumble? Is that what it is?
It was the thing before Rumble, Survivor Series.
Survivor. I don't know what they are.
The thing
but-
before Rumble.
Yep. But I did tell you guys that Shake Milton would have a season high in points scored against the 76ers, which did happen.
Shake not very good last night again, huh?
No, but you know what? I think he'll come around at some point. He's a good enough player. But if Troy Brown's going to give you something too, that's a big jolt. But Shake did get up for his former team, the Sixers, last week. He more than doubled his season average in points in that game. So that's like a Joe Mauer first row and left field home run.
Yeah.
You don't have to justify it to us.
It's not like a bomb.
No, buddy, we're here for you.
Okay. Insincere Judd also making an appearance on today's show.
We're here for you. We're friends.
Listeners, Caleb said Bemidji, North Dakota would split the weekend series. North Dakota swept that series.
The Hawks.
Nate said Callie McManus would throw for at least 20 tuds in 2023, bowl game included. Does anyone think he's going to throw 5 touchdowns in a bowl game after announcing transfer portal?
Probably
No?
not.
Is he going to play in that game, though? Or is he...
Can you?
I don't know.
He's in the portal, man.
No, right. And by the way, if he doesn't, who starts?
Who cares? Let's run Wildcat. I mean, who cares, right? Does it matter?
Well, I'm just curious. What do you
They got
do?
a backup quarterback. I don't know. They
I
said
think
the
he
only
transferred
quarterback
too.
on the
I think
team.
he just left. I think they lost 2 quarterbacks yesterday.
They probably have 5 quarterbacks. You could find they got to take snaps. Dan said Wolves will win the in-season tournament. But then Joel, I think we can count this mathematically. I think this is accurate now.
Yeah.
Joel said it's a home run. Josh Metellus, he said this before the season. Josh Metellus will have doubled the defensive snaps that Lewis Seen has. And I think even if Metellus were to not play another game and Lewis Seen were to start, I think he would still have double those snaps. So there you go. Great week for a bomb there to wrap up for the listeners. Declan, you said Billy Guerin will be recognized in the Turkey of the Year. Tell him.
Terrible beat.
Wow,
Terrible beat. He got the team right. And Patrick never mentioned Bill Guerin.
I will say, I did not consider even like the Wild as the Turkey of the Year.
Wow.
I just considered Guerin. So, this, and all I needed was just the words Bill Guerin in this dang thing, dude.
Brutal bad beat there for Declan. You said Randy Orton would turn heel on Cody Rhodes at Survivor Series or on Monday Night Raw the next night. Did not happen. But you did say CM Punk would return at Survivor Series. Ordinarily, something this specific, I think, would be a home run. But we've kind of said that professional wrestling predictions, it's hard to make them home runs because there's always speculation and reports. So right now, it's just a base knock for Declan. I'd be open to giving Declan a home run here, though, because like all the signs pointed to it. It was in Chicago, though, his hometown. So I don't know.
Do you happen to have when I made the prediction? I feel like I made it
2 or 3 months ago. It was like 2 months ago after he left AEW.
Sure.
I mean, it's a great prediction, but we've kind of set the standard that professional wrestling predictions, because it's, I'm not sure if everyone knows this. It's predetermined.
Judd's staying very silent here.
Well, I don't know enough about
in general.
Yes, I've just decided to become a very quiet person. I don't know that I know enough about this in particular, though, to like weigh in here. Like, I don't know about like when things are leaked, where they're leaked, how easy it is to get your hands on it.
Also,
so
if Declan wants to take this, if Dex wants to take this to Lawyer Chase, he is welcome to, and I would welcome that. It's up to you. You can make a decision on this. Not now, but if you want to take this to Lawyer Chase, you can.
Okay.
So it's a correct prediction. With that, Judd's batting average lead, it's 309 for Judd. Declan 286, so still very tight. Listeners 280. I'm at 256, so 4 different competitors, all within about 50 points. Listeners and myself tied with 9 home runs. You guys each have 7 home runs. Celebrating my 40th career home run this last week. Listeners with 51. Declan still leads the career average by a long
Shake Milton.
shot. Yeah. Yes.
Shake, got you the point.
Shake.
Shake Milton. I love that name.
Shake.
I will say that name. I will not be quiet because I love that name. That is, I think Shake Milton's one of the best names to come on the sports scene here in ages.
Oh man, he just needs to start playing like his name. You got a name like Shake
Yeah.
Milton. You can't come out there and go like 1 for 4 in 7 minutes. You got to do something.
Correct.
So, all right, let's get Michael in here. He's our guest listener predictor for the week. Michael, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Trying to enjoy my day off work and, trying to get some stuff done. I have a baby shower this weekend, so trying to prepare for that.
Okay. Is it your own baby shower, or are you
Yes.
going to? Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, my son will have their end of being a Minnesota Vikings fan when he grows older.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately for him, that's kind of what's going to happen.
Sorry in advance to Michael's son. Well, we appreciate you. Are you rocking the "Just One Before I Die" T-shirt there? Is that what
Yes,
we see?
sir.
Oh,
Nice.
Michael.
Very nice.
Repping the brand here. Scorner.com/shop if anybody wants to get theirs too. When did you become a Minnesota sports fan then? What's your background?
So, I'm a Columbus, Ohio native. And growing up, I used to sit and watch football with my grandpa. My early years, I really didn't understand what was going on until my later years. But my grandpa always said that he enjoyed watching the Vikings because they drafted a lot of OSU players. And it's true. And a lot of the great ones, right? So my favorite color happens to be purple. And so, I remember seeing, AP run up the gap for a bunch of yards. And so I kind of just fell in love with the team and just kept watching and watching. And my grandpa was sad that I didn't become a Cleveland Browns fan. But
I think it's been torturous being a Vikings fan, but I still think you made the right decision there.
Agreed.
so do I.
Yeah.
Agreed completely.
I don't think unless you grew up in like the 1950s and watched Jim Brown, I don't know that they've given you a lot of joy in Cleveland. So.
No, and my grandpa was a fan even before the merger. So
Yeah, so he you grow up on Jim Brown and maybe like for 5 minutes with Benny Kosar and
But that was
those Browns
heartbreak.
teams. Yeah, fumble,
Yeah, the Broncos game. Oh boy.
brutal. The drive. Yeah, a lot of bad stuff there. So here we're going to start with Michael, over to Judd, Declan, back to me. 3 trips around the room. Predictions must be quantifiable. Pretty much the only rules here on the OG version of Write That Down.
Write
So,
this down.
Michael, fire away, man. What's your first prediction?
So, kind of with it being kind of towards the end of the season, I really couldn't think of too many that kind of, came first glance. So I'm going to kind of check some in the future, pull a good old sports dad,
Yeah.
and say that the Vikings will draft a skill position player in the first round. And will draft more defensive players than offensive players
In the overall draft. Okay.
in the overall draft. Yeah.
Okay. And quarterback does count. So quarterback, receiver, running back, tight end would all count for skill guys, right?
Yeah.
Be clear.
Off the record, I can't believe I'm really going to say this, but I do think that the Vikings, because of kind of what's been going on, potentially might draft JJ McCarthy. So I'm kind of like, I really don't want to, but
Dude, just keep saying it.
if it helps, it helps.
Give me the Harbaugh guys, man. Give me the Harbaugh guys. Metellus is a Harbaugh guy, right?
Yeah, 6th round.
Dude. Yeah, those guys are ready. Those
Right
guys
there.
are
But that guy's
competitive.
I can't want a Michigan guy. I mean, that's a taboo.
Yeah, but hey.
We want the best players on your favorite
All
NFL team, first and foremost. Judd, what is your first prediction?
All right, write this down. The Wild is going to stay hot now. Fire a coach, you hire a coach. It might not last a long time, but it's going to last for at least a week. The Wild will get 5 or more points before next week's Write That Down. That covers games at Nashville, against Chicago, and at Calgary. So I think they get 2 wins and at least a point.
Damn it. That
Snipe
is
it.
I'll Dex, you go first, and then I'll
Write this
read what
down.
I had, and then I'll have to change it now.
I'll make a wild prediction too, but it's individual related. So yesterday, Matt Boldy did score a goal. and he's been struggling all season. So I'm going to carry this over. So the Wild get the Predators tomorrow. I believe
Yes,
tomorrow.
There's a Thursday, and then there's a weekend, and then a Tuesday. Yeah.
So Matt Boldy stays hot. Matt Boldy scores a goal against the Predators. Write it down.
Okay.
Scores at least one goal. At least one goal against the Predators. I'm not going to get burned if he scores 2.
Okay. So
Write this
I
down.
had here written down the Wild would continue this jolt that you always get in hockey after, oh God, they fired our boss. We better shape up, right? And I said 4 points in the next 3 games before next week's. Write that down. But Judd one up me with 5, so I'm going to one up you. I can only go up one more floor.
You want sweep?
The Wild are going to accumulate 6 points in their next 3 games, gentlemen. Before next week's. Write that down.
Sweep.
Yep, it's going to happen. Let's make it happen.
Write this down.
All right, back over to Michael for his second prediction.
So I believe that after this season, the Vikings probably do away with some players, whether it's due to cap reasons or whatever it may be. So write this down. The Vikings will part ways with at least 5 current veterans and re-sign at least 2 veterans.
And veteran, let's define veteran.
So 2 or more seasons.
Yep.
Okay. 2 or more seasons of National Football League cred.
Yep. He thinks Kirk and Daniil are coming back.
Not so too much on Kirk.
Yeah,
I do think that if the Wilfs want to keep B-Flow, I think Daniil is probably a very good chip in order to keep him.
Yeah.
So and maybe might re-sign KJ. So just because he has done fairly well with Jefferson being out. I mean, he's just a guy, but
right. But he's not. I don't think he's the threat to get the payday that we previously thought, though. So you might be right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could think of maybe a 10 mil for 3 years or so. I think is probably
something
a good payday for him at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Write this down.
Judd, what's your second prediction?
Okay, so Sunday we're going to have a lot of fun because we're going to find out where everyone's going for bowl games, and it's going to be just a glorious day, especially if you are a Gopher fan. Sky, you ma, row that boat.
Let's row it. Row.
The Gophers are going to row the boat to Detroit for a game. They're going to the Quick Lane Bowl again. Quick Lane Bowl, and here's why. There's a very good chance that Penn State, there's a very good chance that 2 Big Ten teams are going to end up in the playoff, and if that is the case, then the bowl games are going to fall as they ordinarily would for Big Ten teams, and that would place the Gophers in the Quick Lane Bowl.
Boy, I think Ohio State's kind of screwed, though, aren't they?
If it doesn't fall like that, though, then the Gophers might go elsewhere. I don't know where, but they might go elsewhere.
Okay.
It's very possible.
Currently, OSU is still in the 4th spot. So...
Oh, as of last night, Florida State and Washington are in the 3rd and the 4th spots with the committee, right?
I'm predicting chaos.
And then the 1-loss teams, so they've got the 4 undefeated teams, and then the 1-loss teams are 5 through 8. So Ohio State would need. This is the problem. It's like Ohio State only has the 1 loss, but Alabama only has the 1 loss. Texas only has the 1 loss. If Oregon beats Washington, so we'll see.
Ryan Day will stare through your soul if you don't give him a spot in the playoffs.
With his shoe polish, dyed beard, and hair. Yes, he will.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Okay, Declan.
All right, write this down. Might need some help on the clarification, but the spirit of this prediction is mostly pretty clear. The Twins will acquire an established Major League player by next week's. Write that down. And I want reports to count. So, it's an established Major League player that, makes their 26-man roster, but, the roster transaction, I don't want to be burned by that. An established Major League player. So if it's, let's call it a position player, it's 200 games, and let's call it a pitcher with 200 innings or something.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yep, and you're saying that maybe the ink's not dry, but John Heyman says by next Wednesday, Twins and so-and-so have agreed to a contract, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we don't need a
200
press
and
release,
200.
is what you're saying.
No. Yeah. We'll know it.
So if Dustin doesn't tell us, that's okay.
Yes.
It might be
Still
2
okay.
weeks after because there are going to be physicals. You know, you got to fly a guy in. It's all
Yeah.
very complicated.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Okay, write this down. The Minnesota Timberwolves will play in the Western Conference Finals this season. You heard it here first. It's not even December yet. You heard it right here.
Just all the Kool-Aid you can get.
Dude,
You're just,
I snorted the
you're
half-court
chugging
line
it.
last night. I am...
You could have snorted the whole court. That blue crap. You could have snorted it right off. I would have appreciated it.
I kind of liked it. Did you see that the middle logo, they lit it up after the game? It was like the middle logo was flashing.
No,
It was great. And at halftime, it flashed a couple
No,
times.
I just want a basketball court back. Okay, give me back my basketball court.
Okay, old man yelling at courts.
Write this down.
Yelling at clouds and courts. Okay, back to Michael here for his third prediction.
So, this one I kind of thought long and hard about. I think, and write this down, the Vikings will win 2 more games and lose the rest.
Okay. So exactly 2 more games,
Yeah,
obviously
2 and-
regular season, because they
2 and 3.
then wouldn't play a playoff game if that's the case.
Yeah. Just because I mean, if we can't beat the Raiders, who have been very feisty these last couple weeks, and then we go to Cincinnati, who we don't fare against backup quarterbacks too well. I think if we lose those 2 games, you might as well throw the flag in and say uncle. So
Is that backup quarterback thing still true? It feels to me like it used to be true. I don't know, and this is just from observation. It doesn't feel like the Vikings are as bad against backup quarterbacks as they were at one time.
I don't know.
Does that seem correct?
Judd, are you starting a debate right now with Michael? Are you trying,
No,
to
no,
fight
no.
Michael on his
No,
prediction?
I'm just asking because it used to be a joke, but I feel like the Vikings have fared in recent years better against backup QBs. And I'm just curious if I'm right or not, or if someone can shoot me down.
Maybe
That's all I'm
Dex can
looking
look
for.
that up.
I'll
actually,
look
for
that up.
Do you have
I'll look
that,
up
Dex?
obscure
Do you have the
QBRs
record
between
against?
Matt Moore
I
and
tried to have an
random
anecdotal
guys for you.
conversation
Yeah.
with all
Well,
my
no,
friends.
you're fighting Michael on
the
his
show.
take
I'm not
right now.
fighting him
We
at all. I'm
welcome
asking
Michael as a
question.
guest on the
I'm
show,
not,
and you're
I'm
fighting
not
his-
fighting him. I'm not
You also
fighting him
have
one
a
bit.
habit of when we're up against a clock to prolong things.
Yeah.
I love you, but like that is a Juddism of a thing to do, of not being situationally
what?
aware of the clock.
You know what? Clock's not my concern.
And
No,
Jake
I know.
Browning revenge game.
Yeah, that's
That's
something to
exactly
look
what
out
it
for.
is.
Jake
That's
Brown's like, I was the
That's
only
what it
healthy
is.
quarterback during COVID, and you bastards released me, for God's sakes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Michael, stay with us because you have a surprise for us here, a random athlete of the week. Judd, what is your third and final prediction?
Twins looking for revenue sources. Times are tight. Pinching pennies. The Twins, write this down, will have patches on their jersey next season for the first time. They're allowed to.
16 different patches.
They didn't. They're going to look like NASCAR drivers.
US
Chico
Bank.
bail bonds. Like the Bad News Bears.
Target.
More
Twins are
ads
gonna
on the
have patches.
outfield wall. Let's
I guess
get
that
started.
would make sense.
Yep. Surly hats.
I think the
Budweiser
Padres have
socks.
them. Someone has them.
I love it. Yeah, you got a Surly sock on the left, a Budweiser sock on the right. You got a
Write
Coors
this down.
hat right here. Okay, Dex.
All right, last one for me. You can pass me some of that Wolves Kool-Aid because write this down. I think we should be able to track this, no problem. The Wolves will remain the top team in the Western Conference for the rest of 2023. For the rest of this year, they will be the top team in the Western Conference.
What do you mean?
Number
Like-
one
Like
in the
they
conference.
won't fall out of they
Till
won't.
January 1st, he's saying.
Oh, the rest of the calendar
calendar
year. Got it.
year.
Okay. Okay.
The rest of 2023. They're right now a game and a half up on the Nuggets for the best record in the West. They will remain the top team in the West for the rest of the year, rest of 2023.
They got a cushion, man. Game and a half cushion right now to play with. Okay.
Write this down.
Okay. Write this down. Anthony Edwards' first game back. When he comes back, I don't know if he's going to miss a game or not, but in his first game back from injury, will score at least 35 points in that game.
Okay.
So he would be like 10 points over his season average to this point. He had a look in his eye. Once Shai Gilgeous-Alexander started bombing away, he was like, you ain't the best player on the court. I am. And I think he was about to posterize someone when he went head first into the ground. I think he's going to come back with a look in his eye, 35 or more points in his first game back. So, okay, those are the write that down predictions, the accountability session. And Michael has a random athlete of the week prepped for us here. This is now the second time that you guys, the listeners, have brought us a random athlete, and we're wide open to it. So, Michael, take it away. What do you got for us?
Okay, so this random athlete is definitely going to be a Vikings player.
Okay. We're going to count this on the random Viking.
That's fine.
This is official, you guys, okay?
I don't think as far as I've been listening to the show, I haven't heard this Viking before. If so, I apologize in advance.
That's okay. So we have to be aware that this might be someone we've already done, okay?
So this random Viking was a first round draft pick.
Okay.
He did a 4.38 40-yard dash in the combine.
It's pretty fast. It's moving.
He earned all Big Ten Conference honorable mention as a senior. And let's see here. He played all 16 games of his rookie season. And this random Viking hails from Tampa Bay, Florida, where in 2008 he donated football uniforms to his former high school.
That was nice. That's nice. It's nice.
Good overall, good character right here is what I'm hearing.
High character. He's fast, high character.
Big Ten. So he's very smart. Had to go. He's very smart.
Interesting. And how many 4.38 guys are in the Big Ten that aren't at Ohio State or Michigan? Maybe Penn State.
Not many.
You know?
Not many. I got a feeling where this is going, but I have to let it play out.
He played just 2 seasons with the Vikings before retiring.
Interesting. Okay.
At Ohio State, he started 38 of his 39 games.
Oh God! Dang it! This now we're honing in here.
38 of 39 games. So he played 2 seasons with the Vikings before retiring. You said, okay.
This random Viking reached an NFC Conference Championship game, and also in the same post season, forced a fumble.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
This is good. This is good.
This is really good, dude.
This is well done. Congratulations.
It has to be.
I'd be proud of myself.
It's gotta be. How far back in time are we going here?
Right. This is what we don't know. First round pick. She's barking.
To give one more nugget before we get into some stats. Okay. He played for only 2 teams in his career. And when he was with the Vikings, he wore number 84.
Wait.
Andre Allison?
No.
Wait, what was the just quickly? What was the? You said he forced 2 fumbles though at one time?
No, he forced a fumble in a postseason game.
Oh my God!
So that's a great clue, man. That was a great throw you off the scent clue. I'm so bad with them.
Andre Allison wore 84.
Yeah, he did.
So, to kind of get into some stats, in his overall career in the NFL, he recorded 354 receptions, 4,827 receiving yards, 25 receiving touchdowns. And of those 25 touchdowns,
Michael Jenkins?
yes.
Oh, it's a great
Michael
one. Dang
Jenkins.
it. Wow, dude. You're so good.
Michael Jenkins, who I don't think we've used yet. I think you're right.
Yeah.
And was completely ineffective because he was washed as a Viking.
Yeah, so he was Falcons, right? And then Vikings. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude. Michael.
He definitely was an OSU great with the aforementioned Holy Buckeye catch. And I kind of thought of him because I was like, you know what? He did somewhat of a Minneapolis miracle during the Purdue game way back when.
Yeah.
Man, so that's Judd's 62nd career victory on
Forced a
Random
fumble.
Viking of the Week
Congratulations, man. You threw up. That buckled me.
So like
That
an interception and then he like punched the ball out or something something like that probably happened.
And then I think I had another clue that I didn't get to give out. He never came close to 1,000-yard season. He was always kind of a wide receiver too.
Yeah.
Right.
And in 2010, he would have hit 1,000. He was on pace to hit 1,000 yards if it wasn't for a shoulder injury.
Yeah. Michael Jenkins, man.
Good work,
hey,
man.
Great stuff. Michael, since you've got this life-changing platform and you've done a great job here today, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that helped you get to this pinnacle moment?
First and foremost, I have to thank my wonderful girlfriend who puts up with my crazy sports fandom. She always tells me they can't hear me, when I'm yelling at the screen for bad football. And, my grandpa, God rest his soul, and, just the rest of my family for being, getting me into sports, and obviously you guys. And I did want to share kind of a Viking relic that I have. It's kind of really the only Viking thing I have.
Yeah.
I have a very, very old Minnesota Vikings football.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm guessing it's probably a 1964 football, just from like all the
Wait, can you hold that up again? No, that's actually a 2015 Patriots football there. It looks like.
Deflategate.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it does say Minnesota Vikings there. So.
That's awesome, dude. Wow. That's a cool relic. We appreciate you coming on, supporting our show and all the kind words. And Michael prepped more for this show than we did.
That was
He pretty much produced and created all the content on today.
You killed it, Michael.
Great, man.
Great one.
Thank you, Michael. Let's definitely get you on again sometime. Enjoy the baby shower this weekend, and good luck with your predictions, man.
Thank you, guys.
There he is, Michael, here on Write That Down. Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd. See you guys.